Boogie2988 has been on the internet for about as long as I can remember. My first exposure to him was when he had that character he used to play. I think it was like Terry or some shit. Y'all probably remember what I'm talking about if you've been on YouTube as long as I have. You know, the whole, you drink my Mountain Dew, let me smell your breath.
Did you drink my Mountain Dew? Let me smell your breath.
He was honestly on top of the world at one point, boasting millions of followers over here on YouTube, but fast forward to 2024, this man has become the epitome of falling off, and there's even been like a term created for people like him. They're referred to as Lolcows, where now they're really only popular or watched because they're scapegoats for getting dunked on. It's pretty fucking hilarious, honestly, but, you know, after that whole expose where he basically revealed he's broke, he got exposed for being a creep, a racist, and honestly countless other controversies, he's pretty much only watched now so that people can make fun of him. Keemstar, the host of Drama Alert, has been helping him get back on his feet a little bit by having him appear on what's called the Lolcow Live podcast. And we're going to be talking about a clip from that, which transpired the other day. It's honestly about as insane as you could imagine. So, yeah, let's roll this shit. I'm sure it'll be oh so educational, as always.
Oh my god, Boogie said a word that began with N, and it kind of sounded like Negro, but it's not. That means he said it. They're fucking insane.
What the fuck
look
did
at,
you just
look
say?
at him in chat. Look at him.
Negro. You can say Negro.
Hey! No, you
Like,
can't. Shh. Wings. Shh. Don't say that fucking word ever
That's
again.
not me. That's not me, motherfucker.
I'm telling you
Why
to be
can't
quiet.
you say
Stop.
that? Okay, I won't.
What the fuck?
That's Boogie. You're calling him Wings.
No, I'm telling Wings to be quiet so I can explain to Boogie, shut the fuck up. Bro.
When did that word become not PC?
You
Why is
just
that
said
word not PC?
You just said the N-word.
Stop saying it. Okay.
That is
It's the Latin word for black.
Oh my god.
That's a different. The N-word's a different word.
Oh my god.
The N-word's a different word.
We're getting shut down. We're getting shut down. This show's over with. Are you
So
really?
I'm looking at it in the dictionary right now.
Are you really that dumb?
It's not offensive. It's not offensive. That's not an offensive word.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Since when?
Bro, oh my god.
They called the Negro College League.
Okay.
It's sports.
Okay.
That's what they call that.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Alright, man, wow. So yeah, first and foremost, this clip is fucking ridiculous for a number of reasons. So let's first talk about Boogie and what he said. So I spent a long ass time trying to find the context surrounding why it is the fuck he would say something like this in the first place. And from what I can confirm is that he's referencing a previous Discord conversation that took place, God knows when, where he referenced something he said, someone else said, I don't exactly know, but this kind of segues into my first point here. So keep in mind, I'm white as fuck, so I don't know if my opinion is going to hold any weight, but on my channel, I express my personal opinions, so I think when it comes to what Boogie said, is it the N-word? It's technically not, if you want to get really technical, as did Boogie in this clip. But should he have said it? Probably not. It's 2024, and when you have such a big platform as he does, I feel like you gotta have a little bit more common sense. Like, to me, there is genuinely no way in hell this man sat down, expended the necessary brain power to formulate such a thought, let it marinate in his tiny little hamster wheel of brain, and then say, no, fuck it, I'm cooking. Let's say this shit. You know, surely nothing will go wrong, right? I cannot in good faith assume that's genuinely what happened here. He knew what he was doing. There's no way bro is this stupid. But I will say, I guess he references like a college sports league, which is what he was alluding to back in that Discord call, I guess. But it's like, come on, man. In the era of cancel culture, we gotta use our brain a little bit, don't you think? I personally am reminded of what Eazy-E once said, you know, rest in peace to Ryder from GTA San Andreas, if you know, you know, but he said it's all about the intentions, which I think is applicable to more than just this word. I think it's applicable to a vast majority of language in general. It's all about your intentions. If Boogie had said this with genuine malicious intent, then I think you'd have a case here. You know, that he's a piece of shit. Well, let me correct that statement, actually. More of a piece of shit, but that wasn't the case. I believe Boogie beats the cancel allegations. Again, not black, so I don't know if that holds any weight. Just my humble opinion. I don't think there was any harmful intention here.
That's not the N-word.
Oh,
That is not the N-word. Isn't that a completely different word?
Boogie, you're fine. You're fine, Boogie.
Isn't that a completely different word, Jordy?
I understand what you're saying, but like we've moved on from that period of time, Boogie. Like we're not in West Virginia or Virginia anymore.
This whole clip is fucking hilarious, man. If you go back and watch Wings of Redemption's commentary on it, the dude had me dying, bro. It's so funny. It's like he genuinely wasn't even trying to be funny, but oh my gosh, it's just so funny to me. But I do want to comment further on Boogie and how he actually doubled down here. I think it's so insane. Like, he talks about how he's sorry and he didn't know, but like, if he had actually just dropped it, I feel like it would have been a much better look. Instead, he actually goes on to pander and he has this like sorry ass apology, and it's really embarrassing. It's not a great look for him.
So I just wanted to say my apologies to the African American community. I used the word tonight on the Lolcow live stream, and I didn't believe it was offensive when they told me to stop saying it. I didn't know. So I said it like 4 or 5 times. And I'm going to spell the word. Is that okay? I don't know if I'm spell it. Negro. And I didn't know that you're not allowed to say that word anymore. I had no clue. But now that I know, it'll never be spoken from my mouth again. And today I learned something. And if you're a dumb old man like me, maybe you learned something too. But my apologies to the African American community and anybody negatively affected by that who watches the show.
And even Wings of Redemption says, maybe you should just drop it, which, like, I feel like that's a pretty critical component here, pretty important to consider here, whereas if Wings of Redemption is making more sense than you are in any particular social situation, you probably are in the wrong. I just feel like he should have known better, again, in 2024, when cancel culture and the whole era surrounding it is honestly stronger than it's ever been, in my opinion, but he apparently, tried to weasel his way out of it by saying, oh, I didn't know, and then doubles down on it, and it just looks really silly, especially considering this tweet that later emerged. Boogie took to Twitter to tweet out, "I apologize. I will never even type Negro again," obviously typing the word again. And so at this point, it kind of occurred to me, I'm like, all right, this has got to be a troll. This has got to be scripted. There is no way that this is actually like a real occurrence. This is obviously just some little circus, some little spectacle put on for the purposes of rage baiting, or better yet, to race bait. They obviously knew this was going to be controversial and would garner them clicks, because that's just the internet. Anything controversial, anything racist, anything like that is going to get a lot of attention, usually negative attention, but it's attention nonetheless. And so I think that's what they were really doing here. And I think it's really important to consider this with Keemstar's history too. We all know that he came out in this clip obviously saying, "Oh, Boogie, you don't ever fucking say that word ever again." But like, obviously he doesn't really care, because we all know in the past he had a little interaction with an individual by the name of Alex, and he called them the actual N-word. And so bro is just kind of pandering at this point. He had like Vietnam flashbacks, PTSD or something. And so he knew he was going to get a lot of negative attention from this. And so he's kind of protecting his own ass and just kind of forcing Boogie to take the brunt of it all and be the Lolcow here, which is pretty disgusting on his end, in my opinion. Like, it's one thing to like make fun of people, like I do it on here all the time, but to like coordinate something like this that's obviously pretty distasteful and is going to cause a lot of people to be really pissed off and cause a lot of negative hate to come his way, I just think that's really kind of ridiculous. Because let's be honest, Keemstar's out here pretending like it's such a big deal when we all know it's his favorite word in the goddamn dictionary or something. Because I get people change, but it's like, I don't know, he really kind of put this whole thing on, if you will, knowing damn well it was gonna not really be well received. Because in my research today, I came across this video with a thumbnail and all that says Boogie says the N-word, and so obviously they're using that as a way to garner attention to their podcast. It's doing all right, I guess, but it's like Keemstar's a pretty big name, Drama Alert's a pretty big name, and they only have like a couple thousand subscribers on their channel, so they're really trying to push this whole thing, and I think that's just very distasteful, and it's never morally okay to do something like this. But again, Keemstar doesn't care, so I just thought it was really funny how he just overreacts and is like, "Fuck you, Boogie, don't say that word," when obviously it's like, bro, you have your history and you don't give a shit, so stop trying to put all the blame on Boogie, make your money and then dip unscathed. Like, the whole situation is just stupid as fuck. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the video, man. Keemstar, scummy. Boogie, should he have did that? No. Did he say the N-word? Technically not, but I just don't think he should have said that, because it's honestly, in today's day and age, it's close enough. It's going to obviously piss people off. They all know that, and they still went ahead and did that anyway, and then obviously bro doubled down and then had that corny ass apology. And so overall, I guess he really is fitting the bill of Lolcow, I guess. So in a way, I guess they are kind of doing something right, I suppose, but the whole podcast is honestly just a joke. But guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like rating, subscribe to the channel for more commentaries just like this. Leave a comment down below. I would absolutely love to hear what y'all have to say about all this. And yeah, I'm gonna go make fun of Boogie on Twitter, I think, send him a bunch of hate messages. And until next time, guys, this is Runter. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.